siempre que esa imagen representa a quién. ¿A quién? ¿Cómo? No escuché.
Lo malo.
So, tú me estás diciendo que esta imagen aquí.
No. Y los cuernos es porque...
Ok, entiendo, pero sabemos que esta imagen que vemos aquí ha sido un instrumento ¿para qué? Para señalar a quién, al Salvador, ¿verdad? Pero resulta que eso es falso, ya que él, un hombre ilustre en la historia del Imperio Romano, se llama César Borgia. Usted puede hacer la búsqueda en Google. Era el hijo del Papa Sexto, quien hace que Leonardo da Vinci, ¿verdad? Pues Leonardo da Vinci pintara a su hijo como Jesucristo para propagar la idea de que ellos están relacionados con el divino, ¿verdad? Pero resulta que la Biblia nos enseña que Jesucristo es un hombre de tez oscura, y lo podemos ver en la Biblia. Bueno, lo podemos ver en la Biblia, la imagen de Cristo en la Biblia. O sea, es completamente diferente a lo que se nos ha enseñado. Se nos enseña en todas las religiones, pero no concuerda con lo que está escrito.
Esto es el libro de Apocalipsis, capítulo 1, versículo 13. Y en medio de los 7 candeleros, a uno semejante al Hijo del Hombre.
Juan está viendo una visión del Hijo del Hombre y lo va a describir. Después de la ascensión de Cristo, se le presenta a Juan en visión y va Juan ahora a describirla a lo que está viendo.
Vestido de una ropa que llegaba hasta los pies y ceñido por el pecho con un cintro de oro.
Está dando la vestidura, todo.
Su cabeza y sus cabellos eran blancos como blanca lana.
Él tiene el cabello blanco como blanca lana. Está mencionando el color del pelo, pero está dando una textura, lanoso. El hombre tiene el cabello como blanca lana. Es lana. El de él es lacio. Pelo lanoso sería un ejemplo como el de él. Usted y yo tenemos el pelo lacio. No es que sea más importante el tú tener pelo rizo que lacio, pero hay una mentira que está siendo infundida en nuestras mentes. Pero dice que tiene el pelo como lana, blanco pero como lana. Sigue.
Era blanco como blanca lana, como nieve, sus ojos como llama de fuego.
Sus ojos como llama de fuego, o sea, rojo, él los tiene como azulito. Diferentes imágenes presentan diferentes tonos, pero la Biblia dice que cuando él lo vio tenía los ojos rojos. Sigue.
Y sus pies semejante al bronce bruñido.
Y que sus pies semejante al bronce bruñido. Su pie es el mismo color del resto de su cuerpo. Los pies. No, el pie. Yo te estoy viendo tu pie. Ok. Y es lo mismo que los brazos. Ok. Dice que es semejante a qué?
Al bronce bruñido.
Al bronce bruñido. ¿Qué color es el bronce? ¿Ah?
Yo le diría el trigueño.
Gracias. Correcto.
Te voy a dejar porque mi hermana me dijo.
Pero para que vea, la Biblia describe a Cristo de tez oscura, trigueñito. No concuerda con
Es que todo en
lo que nos enseña.
en diferentes Biblias que uno va mirando, todos lo ponen uno más blanco, uno más trigueño, pero nunca lo ponen oscuro.
Nunca,
Exacto.
pero la Biblia dice otra
Tiene
cosa.
razón, exacto.
Bien, y hay otros testigos en la Biblia que dan testimonio de lo mismo. Bien, bendiciones, amén, igual. Ahora sí, empezamos. Empezamos normal.
Ok, este es el primer libro de los Macabeos, capítulo 3, versículo 48. Dice, y abriendo el libro de la ley, donde las naciones habían buscado para pintar las figuras de sus imágenes.
Las naciones tenían la peculiaridad de tomar lo que es divino y haciéndolo conforme a la imagen de un hombre. O sea, en sus religiones, en su filosofía de vida y religiosa, ellos tenían imágenes que representaban a su Dios. Pero la Biblia a nosotros no nos dio esas instrucciones, al contrario, instruye a que eso no sea nuestra práctica, porque esa es la práctica de las demás naciones. Las demás naciones tienen a sus dioses en imagen de piedra o palo. O sea, una estatua representa una deidad para ciertas religiones. En otra es, por ejemplo, el cristianismo tiene un crucifijo que ellos señalan como algo divino, pero eso no es una práctica de los hombres ilustres de la Biblia, sino que somos instruidos a no hacer eso, porque esa es la costumbre de las demás naciones. Vuélvele eso para la señora.
Este es el primer libro de los Macabeos, capítulo 3, versículo 48, dice: y abriendo el libro de la ley, donde las naciones habían buscado para pintar las figuras de sus imágenes.
Nosotros adoptamos la costumbre de las demás naciones cuando tratamos de hacer una imagen de las cosas divinas. Sabemos que la iglesia tiene muchas estatuas, muchas imágenes que quieren hacer como una copia de lo que está arriba en el cielo, y hay una instrucción que dice que no hagas eso. Eso nunca ha sido nuestra costumbre. Dame Éxodo 20. Ok, ya. Un punto importante en la historia es que estas otras naciones, al tener el poder sobre las otras naciones, hubo un evento que se llama iconoclasma, en donde la raza blanca, los europeos, los españoles, los franceses, los griegos, los romanos, tenían ciertas costumbres de tomar las deidades y hacerlas basadas en ellos. O sea, se parecen a los colonizadores. Iconoclasma fue un evento histórico en donde todas las imágenes ilustres de la historia fueron tornadas a ser blancas. Si eran trigueños, ya no son más trigueños. Y eso sucedió durante el transcurso de la historia. Específicamente en esta última conquista del 1400 en adelante, la Inquisición fue un evento que se utilizó para destruir las demás naciones y colonizarlas, enseñando que Dios es un hombre blanco, cuando la Biblia nos hace referencia a Cristo como un hombre de tez oscura. O sea, sus pies son semejantes al bronce bruñido. La señora dio testimonio de que el bronce es algo, un color moreno, y todo el mundo puede entender eso si lo lee, pero desafortunadamente hemos adoptado una mentira poniendo al hijo del Papa Sexto, César Borgia, como Jesucristo. ¿Es verdad? Esto es unas ordenanzas que el más altísimo Dios, Yahawah, el Dios de la Biblia, dice que no nos alimentemos de un listado de animales, ya sea en la tierra como en las aguas, y porque son abominables a ellos. Eso está en Levítico 11 en la Biblia, en donde Dios nos instruye de que solamente un grupo de alimentos de lo que está en lo terrestre y un grupo de lo que está en las aguas. Eso va el
Este es el libro de Deuteronomio, capítulo 14. Dice: no comeréis, versículo 3, dice: no comeréis ninguna cosa abominable. Estos son los animales que podéis comer: la vaca, la oveja, la cabra, el venado, la gacela, el corzo, la cabra montes, el ibice, el antílope y la gamuza. Podréis comer todo animal que tiene la pezuña partida, hendidas en dos mitades y que rumía. Pero de los animales que rumían o de los que tienen la pezuña partada no comeréis esto: el camello, la liebre y el conejo os serán inmundos, porque rumían pero no tienen la pezuña partida. También os será inmundo el cerdo, porque tiene pezuña partida pero no rumía. No comeréis su carne ni tocaréis sus cuerpos muertos.
Son instrucciones que Dios da a su pueblo. Y si tú, ¿verdad?, entendiendo, ¿verdad?, cómo funcionan las mentes, si tú sigues un libro, no puedes ahora empezar a lo que te gusta, a lo que no te gusta. No, de eso no se trata. Cuando hablamos, ¿verdad?, entre entre nosotros acá, ellos como una religión, ¿verdad? Nosotros no predicamos una religión, pero en la mente es una religión, la mente de las personas, porque ha sido definida de esa manera. Pero esto es unas instrucciones que se le da a un grupo específico. Los israelitas, nosotros estamos trayendo, ¿verdad?, el mensaje de que todos los hispanos nativos americanos, afroamericanos, los llamados hispanos, latinos, los boricuas, hoy aquí, somos parte de esas 12 tribus de Israel a quien Dios está dando estas mismas instrucciones, que es una herencia que dio a ellos. Nosotros estamos, ¿verdad?, exhortando a las personas que investiguen toda esta información, porque si tú eres hijo de Dios, si tú eres parte del pueblo de Dios, todo esto te compete porque esta es tu herencia, ha sido dada a ti y a mí, por esta perfecta, por siempre. Dios nos dio instrucciones de que de lo que está en la tierra, solamente esto, o sea, si no tiene pezuña hundida o rumía, o sea, su sistema digestivo está... oh, yeah. We're not supposed to eat those animals. And we know scientifically that it really causes cancer and all sorts of problems, heart disease. So the Most High is making sure you understand what to and what not to eat. For what? So that you could prolong your days on the earth and be healthy. That's all He wants. But your obedience is that what provokes that. Your obedience to the Most High. So that's all they took. Thank you. We're going to go into a prophecy. Well, the Bible states that when Yahawah, Jesus Christ, the one they call their Savior, is going to come to kill everybody that's before. And that's very important because our people are led away astray through these pastors and religion to act foolishly against what the Most High already established.
Is she messing up your recording? Is she messing up your recording?
You're referring
Is she
English?
messing up your recording?
No, you're referring English? Okay. You know Spanish though?
Okay, so this is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die."
So the Most High put both ways right before us. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15. He set it up from the beginning. Once He chose His people, He gave them instructions. If you're going to follow me, you're going to follow my instructions. And they agreed upon what the Most High established between them as a eternal covenant forever. Yahawah is coming to renew that covenant, because we're going to receive a new heart and a new spirit within us, so that we won't go away from the commandments. Never again. We're going to be like Yahawah. Why I say Yahawah? Because that's the name for Jesus Christ. So, yeah. Go ahead. We're going to have
Proverbs 28 and 9. Got it? Proverbs 28 and 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination.
Give me John chapter 14. We're going to hear it from Christ now. Because that's Proverbs, that's Solomon. We might have an argument against Solomon, but let's see if we can go against Christ. Go ahead. 14, verse 21 and 15. 21, 15 and 10, John 9 and 31. No, it's 14, I think it's 14 and 21. No, watch. 14 and 15. 14 and 15. Yeah, he's the one that loves. Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments.
What commandments? That's the question we gotta answer. What commandments? If we really want to serve the Most High, show Him our love for Him, we must know what's talking about. If not, we're just gonna go off. You got it. No, if you go to we're dying at a high rate. So, 3 John 2. Go ahead.
chapter 19, starting at verse 16. It says, Behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but God, but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. So, go ahead. He said unto him, Which commandment? Jesus said, Thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
So we see here that he's not saying something new. It's what's already been given to them. Christ was just coming to set things straight with them. You know, they were going off. The Pharisees were going off because they were following after the commandments of man and forsaking the law. Because they already had something set up since they were coming out of captivity. It's not that they were not in captivity, but they were under the Roman Empire. So they're getting things straight, but at the same time, they're doing their own thing for their self-gain and control and power, you know, their political power. And favor before the Roman Empire as well, because the Roman Empire had authority over them. So that's why in 17 they had authority, because they started to war against each other, and all that was prophesied. That's another story, but you know, we stick to what the commandments are, because that's the most, I think, necessary thing that it's a must in our lives if we want to keep our relationship with the Most High.
This is the book of 1 John. This is the first letter of John, chapter 2, verse 7. Brethren, I write no new commandment unto you, but an old commandment which ye have heard from the beginning.
Stop. The commandment is not a new one. So if somebody comes telling you it's something new, that person is lying. Because we have a disciple here, right, saying that it's not a new commandment. It's the one that you heard from the beginning. When was the law given? When was the commandment given? If not, when Moses came down on the mountain, or he had a parent with the Most High, right? No, let's go to 1 John. Because breaking the commandment is what? It's what? Sin. The Bible. You gotta stand on this because you want to be found sinning. And even worse, sinning will. Because if you're ignorant, it's still sin. But once you start understand, being aware, that's when your eyes is going to open and you're going to know what you're doing wrong. All praise. Yeah.
This is the first letter of John, chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever commits sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law.
So it's the same guy telling you that it's the same law from the beginning, and if you break it, you're transgressing.
That what?
Where it's the same law.
War lust.
Covenant now, which they say is new covenant, which we're not in the new covenant.
They're trying.
We're still in the old covenant.
But are they good people?
But now we know who we are.
So you're saying these people come from certain tribes that were lost, but now we're reclaiming because now we know who they are. So we're awakening.
And our issue to ask God to help us.
Yes, I
Understanding that
understand that. So all of those people are not bad
and
people.
even all the stuff
You're
that
just
we're
using
stuff that
them
the
as
law
examples of the
not
tribes
because
that
they're abominable, because they are really messed up. There's a verse that
So
says,
it first starts with that.
si el justo difícilmente se salva, ¿dónde quedará el impío? If the just, it's going to be a hard road for him.
You're saying
The
comes
sinner,
from the top.
no chance. La verdad,
Because the mother just nurtures. Because the mother just nurtures.
The time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
So part of the gospel
que tienen, porque
is
tienen el
right
triángulo que se parece
those are the ones that qualify, as we read. The sinner has no chance already, because they already set their mind to the sin. And even worse, when we get to that day, that the love is going already cold, and we can see it.
Yeah.
With things we see in society, with children, with the Department of Education, everything. No, that's the worst. You mentioned the devil, because he's in charge of everything.
Ese sí.
But everybody that it's tied to him in some way or another. That's what it's just.
Yes.
They're putting their bet on them. Because that's our situation right now in Puerto Rico.
That meaning is tied to some verse that explains okay, so it's like it's used to
Okay. You got something? You mean that influence that we can't see that it's in some way?
Yeah. Ish, kind of. Yo entiendo. It should just be Jew.
It's probably not a welcome.
So when you're not, you're Jewish.
Because you might
That
have
makes
the wrong
sense.
idea
That's like
of how things work.
You have to be careful with this.
Alright, so the Bible.
So this is the book of Romans, chapter 1, starting at verse 18.
Yeah. So this woman was Israeli.
Romans chapter 1, starting at verse 18.
It's not something everybody's prepared to hear.
Israeli?
No, nadie le gusta la verdad.
At all.
Por eso es que no, they don't advance.
Es como la palabra I understand. Es más buena. Porque dice yo paro
So
abajo.
I'm reading the New International Version, by the way. Right, that's a particular translation. You probably have, if you're reading the KJV, it's going to say the same thing in like old English. Right? Okay, so this is Romans 1, starting at 18, the NIV. It says the wrath of God is being revealed from heaven against all the godlessness and wickedness of people who suppress the truth by their wickedness. Since what may be known about God is plain to them, because God has made it plain to them. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. For although they knew God, they neither glorified him as God nor gave thanks to him, but their thinking became futile and their foolish hearts were darkened. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools, and they exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images made to look like a mortal human being and birds and animals and reptiles. Therefore God gave them over to the sinful desires of their hearts and to sexual impurity for the degrading of their bodies with one another. They exchanged the truth about God for a lie and worship and serve created things rather than the Creator. And because of this, God gave them over to shameful desires.
So what's your thought on?
But the point breaks down. No. The point was verse 28 because it was going into sexual immorality, right? But the point is verse 28. It says, furthermore, just as they did not think it worthwhile to retain the knowledge of God, so God gave them over to a depraved mind so that they can do what ought not to be done. So basically, the layman's way of explaining that is because our people understood, they were told, and they can clearly see that God has a moral order set up. They can see it, it's proof in his creation, in all of his creation, that there's a hierarchy, a stratification, and there's order and rank and file. right? That must be followed. We can all see that, but those of our people that choose to ignore that and do whatever it is that they want to do, God said, okay, I'm going to give you over to evil spirits to torment you in your mind since you wanted to do what you wanted to do as opposed to what I told you to do. That's where you get people being possessed with these spirits of self-harm and suicide and sexual depravity, getting diseases from having wild sex parties and stuff like that. All of that comes from our people rejecting God. So God said, you know what? I'm going to give you over to these demons and they're going to now plague you in your mind.
Somos su gente, los elegidos, somos su pueblo, desde el principio, los israelitas, guerreros suyos, el reino del sur, por la noche ya levantemos. Somos su gente, los elegidos, somos su pueblo, desde el principio, los